What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing good. Say hello in the chat. There we are. What's going on, guys? That was a neat intro for me. Welcome to the stream. I say it was a neat intro because you guys were all chilling and vibing to the music. Now I feel like I'm in a massage place or like a coffee shop or something with this music. We gotta find something better here. Anyway, we're all vibing. There it is. There's some good music. Meanwhile, in the back end, I was frantically trying to get things to work right because everything wasn't working right. So that happens sometimes. We're close. We're almost in. We're almost ready to go. There we go. So I'm broadcasting tonight from Kalispell, Montana. It's been raining all day long. It's been an interesting 24 hours for me. A lot of fun stuff going on. Lots of crazy stuff. What's going on, Nick, over on YouTube? I see you. Hello, Art World. Thanks for tuning in. If you're live, if you're here, guys, jump in the comments, say hello. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Behance, all the places. Lots of stuff going on. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, for whatever reason, hang with me. There we go. So right when I was going live, my stream deck just decided to freeze, but it looks like it's working now. So hey, if you were tuning in, a couple days ago, I made some of these design. Well, first we made this template to design some skis, and we had a lot of fun doing it. I was going to continue on with that, but tonight, the stream just froze, and we're back. Okay, might be one of those nights. We'll see. We'll see what happens. How's the audio? How's the music level? Is everything synced up? What's up? Watching from YouTube. What's up? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for saying hi. Always love it when you guys are in the chat. So anyway, what I was saying is I was going to work on these ski mock-ups some more because it was a lot of fun, but I have some real work to do, and I thought you guys might enjoy looking over my shoulder as we build some web stuff. That's the plan. That's the goal. And it's always a little nerve-wracking when I do that because sometimes there's things that I can't show you yet, and I'm always trying to like make sure that that the right screen is on and I'm not showing passwords and stuff because that'd be not good. All right, so let me show you real quick what we're working on. All right, so this is a website. I'm rocking the hat for the company. Where's the logo? This one, T3B, the third bowl. It's going to be fun. And basically, so here's the homepage for the website. I did a parallax animation. A lot of fun doing this. I had the replay. It got corrupted, so I'll restream it or something so you guys can see how I built this parallax intro. Pretty fun stuff. I'm using WordPress, and I'm using the Salient WordPress theme. And this has about 3 or 4 or 5 layers stacked on top of each other. You hear Georgia in the background having a good time. Yo, from Savannah. What's up, Robert? Thanks for tuning in. I see you. Thanks for saying hi. I'm not sure why I didn't get the notification sound coming through. Oh well. Cool. Anyway, so yeah, so we're gonna push this further. Right now it's literally just this. This is it. This is all there is on the site. And part of what I'm doing is migrating information from this. This is their other site. So we're migrating this text. There's really not a lot to do here. There's literally just like a couple things here. So they're like an outdoor brand. They support different brands. We picked up a couple new, like a knife company and a barbecue company, fun stuff. So we're basically upgrading everything to the new hotness, which is going to be the third bowl. So this is also interesting. When I stream like this, web design, I kind of hesitate to do it because it takes all of my mental bandwidth and sometimes I just don't have it. So to stream and to broadcast what I'm doing and to build and to be creative, it takes a lot. So thanks in advance for your patience. Let's have some fun. All right, let's get into it. So, sorry for chewing my ice on the microphone. There we go, muting it. All right, so what we're gonna do in the dashboard, let's see, I'm using Salient. Super awesome theme, lots of really powerful settings, and I like it. I like it because I can do a lot of really cool things very quickly and I can focus more on design than on development. If I have to develop it and create CSS and stuff, we can go there, but if I don't have to, then I don't. All right, so let's just look at our pages real quick. I've got a couple different versions of coming soon pages. So this was me kind of like playing around with it. The very first version I did of this was just the logo, like in the middle, nothing fancy. Okay. Then I did this V2, which is this guy. Actually, technically this was version 3. Then I did this version, this one. And the only real difference on this one, a little bit different layout. You can't even tell, but I can tell because I know where it trims off. And then I put this video back here. So some of the video, photography, some of the stuff that they've done, fun stuff. So lots to do. I got to style the logo. I got to get the logo and the theme looking good. I kind of just need to trance out is what I call it. When I just go into or trance out or code mode where I just super focus. I kind of don't talk. So if you have questions, I'll be watching the chat, but I have a hard time doing 5 things at once. So I'm going to start focusing up here and we're going to get into it. Let's see. What do I want to do? We need the logo set. That's kind of boring. I need the navigation set. Also kind of boring. Maybe what we'll do is we'll create a page. Let's just start there and see what happens. Let's do, so the latest Hellraiser. I don't even know their URL, but this is the new company. All right, so we need to add them as a tenant. It's got their logo, got some cool graphics and stuff. So we can make a page for them. All right, let's just do that. Let's thinking through everything here. Let's just do it. Let's just add a page and see what happens. We can always delete it. It's no big deal. What's up, Bernie? Over on Behance, I see you. Thanks for jumping in the chat and saying hi. How's it going? It's going good. It's been an interesting, sorry, I just was chewing on ice and now my tongue is numb. Interesting 24 hours. So my wife and I have been having fun renting out vehicles on Turo. It's kind of like VRBO for cars. And we just had maintenance done on it. And everything's good. It's a newer vehicle. And we had a family rent it. And they went to Glacier Park here, which is awesome. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I should keep telling you stories or pause and tell you when I'm about to do something cool. I'm about to do something cool. So in this theme, when you have it installed, this is Salient. We have this back-end editor button here. So if you're used to WordPress at all, in the back end, you usually just see this to add text and stuff. But with this back-end editor, we use WP Bakery Page Builder, which comes with the theme. And I can just add stuff right away, or I can click right here on Salient Templates and have a bunch of cool stuff baked in. So all I have to do is literally click on this and it adds all of the rows and content. And I can preview it real quick. Anyway, so long story short, the brakes went out on this vehicle. We just had everything serviced and it was a fluke deal. It was a brand new part, but the seal broke on the piston on the caliper. And so the vehicle wasn't stopping. Luckily, nobody was hurt. Everything was fine. But for the last 24 hours, I've been scrambling to get them taken care of and getting the car in the shop and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm stoked to be here, building websites, having a good time. Anyway, check this out. So this is that whole module that I just literally, with the click of a button, threw it in there. So let's add some more stuff. Salient templates. So sometimes I'll come down the side here and I'll just look for like different hero sections. And you just click on the title and it adds that chunk below it. Let's preview. So now I've got this chunk, scroll down a little bit. And we got that chunk with the video in it. Super cool. All right, so let's start styling this up here. So now that I've done that, I'm just gonna save the draft in case I mess anything up. Oh my goodness, I need some new music. I do this every single time, guys. I usually listen to different music when I'm actually focused and working, but because of streaming, making sure the stream audio doesn't get muted for streaming rights managed music, I stream music from Epidemic Sound, which is great. I just haven't taken the time to make a good playlist that I like. So I end up skipping everything. Maybe there's a better playlist. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Let's preview this again real quick. Let's see what we did here. So we need a big background image. Let's jump over to their website and let's just scrape this one right here. And I'm going to be super lazy about it. I'm just going to scale it up. I could right click. I could view the source and inspect the page and grab it this way, which I probably could. But we're going to be fast and a little bit lazy. So Command Shift 4 on the keyboard. Click and drag. Hit spacebar to move it around, and then I'm just going to let go, and it's going to save it to my desktop. Just took a picture of this picture. All right, now let's jump into my files, which are a hot mess at the moment. I don't even know if I made a new client file for this yet. I think I did. I thought I did. There it is. All right, so we're just going to throw this shortcut over here to my favorites. Boom. All right. So list, columns, list. Oh yeah, I forgot. They did send some photos. Oh yeah, we got some good stuff. Okay, we're gonna go nuts with this one then. This will be a fun page to set up. These grills are so cool, and they weigh like 150 pounds or something ridiculous. They're so heavy. So good. All right, so we've got our photos. Let's oh, you know what though? This is gonna be super confusing. Okay, so this isn't for them. This is for a third bowl. Whatever, you don't care. Let me get my life straight here. Boom. Okay. Websites. So that's the parallax header, design assets. Images. All right, that's all set. So let's throw, oh my goodness, this fly. There's a fly in here. We're gonna have to give him a name. All right, what are we doing? Let's go to my desktop. Let's grab a screenshot we just took. Throw it into here. Drag it into Photoshop. So this is the screenshot that I just took with my computer. You can see it's like 3,000 pixels wide. It's a pretty big image. Let me just do a quick web export. Command, Option, Shift, and S to open up the web. Oh, you know what else happened today too? Somehow my Photoshop settings got totally reset. So some of my stuff isn't the same. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't mess me up too much tonight. All right, so the original, this is 15 megabytes. It's a huge image. With this fly, really? We're just gonna hang out with me tonight? Okay. So let's crop this down. It doesn't need to be that huge. Let's make it like 2,000 pixels wide. So I hit the letter C to get my crop tool. Make this about 2,000 pixels. The height I'm gonna leave alone. I'm just gonna let it be whatever the ratio is of this photo. 72 pixels per inch. And I'm using, if you click this drop down, so with the crop tool selected, the options bar across the top changes. So I'm just going to change it from ratio is what it probably is by default to width, height, and resolution. So the width is 2000, the height is just whatever it's going to be, and the resolution 72. So I'm going to go ahead and click delete crop pixels. We're going to click the little checkbox up here, and it's going to crop it. All right. So now let's go ahead and save for web. File, export as. So that's that Option Shift Command W, or save for web, Option Shift Command S. We'll do export as. Let's just do that. All right, PNG, nope, let's save it as a JPEG so it's not quite as big and compresses further down. Okay, so I like to keep my images under 300 kilobytes. This is at 234, looks great. Quality is set to good. I can set it to fair. With this image, we probably wouldn't even notice because it's black and white and kind of grainy. And look, it's already 173 kilobytes. Looks good. Let's click export. Let's give it a name. All right. And then let's throw this in here under the website, under images. There we go. Boom. All right, so basically what we did, we took a screenshot, which is this file right here, which was, oh, I guess it was only 3.7 megabytes. Still pretty big though. So that was a screenshot. And then we compressed it down, gave it an SEO friendly name, and now it's only 176 kilobytes. So now let's jump back over into WordPress. I'm just dragging this window over to the side so that way when I open up WordPress, oh, that was already open. All right, let's edit this. So this is a little tricky to follow. I'm in the page builder, WP page builder, and this whole chunk right here, if I click and drag, you can kind of see this whole chunk is where that background photo is going to live, where this guy right here, looking all stoic and cool in the woods with his flannel shirt. I'm going to click right here on the little pencil. Go to background. There's the photo. Let's go ahead and click X. Let's add an image. And then let me go back to my Finder window. Not this one. This one. And now I can just drag and drop that compressed image right in there. I could give it some alt text, but we're just going to set the image for now. Background color, I'm going to change it to black. Click save. So that just saved this chunk, but it did not actually update the page. If I click preview, the page is still going to look the same. Actually, I take that back. Take that back. Because this was not, it doesn't matter. Preview still works. Okay, so, all right, that's cool. That's cool. But this is obviously not a skincare company, so let's update that. So Hellraiser Outdoor Cooking. Oh yeah, and I forgot. We need to change it to English because I don't speak French. Okay. So let's call this Hellraiser TM Outdoor Cooking. Okay. So we'll come over here, split line heading. Let's edit this heading. Do the TM, which is option and the number 2. Boom. Save it. What else could we save from this brand? Oh no, I just got really tired. Excuse me. Okay, jump back over here. Let's see how that looks. Oh, interesting. I screwed that up. Okay, these are rotating words. Dynamic ending text. Okay, so basically what it does is it takes these words up here and adds them to the end. Each word with a comma. Okay. Interesting. That's cool. I don't know how I would use it for this brand. That's where sometimes working with a theme, you might take more time trying to just figure it out than actually like just designing it from scratch. I do both, but kind of depends on what the project is and what it needs. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and close this. Let's go ahead and delete this. And let's just put it back up here. Why is it doing that? It's because you're all watching me. Sorry. Oh, shoot. Okay. You guys are quiet in the chat tonight. It's all right, though. Feel free to ask questions if you have any questions. Tonight's a little bit different. Usually, I'm pretty much just like, hey, here's some graphic design stuff, and which is fun. But tonight, I thought I'd kind of mix in some real work. that. I'd get some coffee, but then I won't be able to sleep tonight. All right. So we got a header. Shop now. How about learn more? Okay. Boom. Okay. So what I did there, this whole chunk, I gave it an ID, which is like a special fingerprint, if you want to call it that. I named it Learn More. This is the row ID. Then in the button up here, the link, instead of it being like an actual web address, it's the ID name with a hashtag in front of it. So it'll just click and scroll down the page. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Vikram. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you in the chat. I love it when you guys show up and say hi. So right now, this page isn't published yet on this site. I'm just kind of screwing around with some ideas and some layout. And yeah, we're just gonna have some fun with it. So who knows? Who knows? And what I like to do with this theme, because it's so beautiful, like most of these pages are just so gorgeous. I'll just kind of scroll through till I see something that's interesting. And I could just start going from scratch. Click the plus sign, add a row, click the pencil tool and say, hey, this row is going to be full width content. Okay. The background, I don't know, we could give it a color. Black seems to be the trend right now, so we'll make it black. Animation, have it fade in. Ooh, parallax background image scroll, yeah. Let's add a background image as well. So add an image, we'll click on that. Let's add a new image. Let me go back to my folder. I'll find that real quick. Let's find some images. This darn fly is just getting after me. That's kind of a cool. I don't know. All these are so cool. Such a cool brand. I'm so stoked to work with these guys. Oh, it all looks amazing. Okay, so that's all the photos I currently have to work with. Ooh, actually, I do have a photo on my phone, but I don't know if I can find it fast enough live from when we did a photo shoot recently. Let's see. It's going to take me forever to find it. That's probably not the best use of time. And yet I'm still looking. All right, well... Oh, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. Found it. Okay. Was it worth it? That's a true question. Oh yeah, it was, because I think I have video. I don't know if I want to put video into it right now though, because of the effort it takes to edit that. This might be cool. This is simple. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. I apologize. Maybe I should plan ahead and have these assets just pre-baked. That's what I should have done. Because that's not even a Hellraiser item. Okay, well, for the sake of showing you how I work sometimes, I took this photo on my phone. Let's just do the top-down view. There it is. All right. So just a simple photo of the grill. So what I was looking at when I was like, oh, I could use this, or maybe not, was this one. I'm just going to show it to the camera. So it's just a video close-up of getting the briquettes ready. Just basic stuff. Anyway. Got some smoke coming out of it. Okay, so I'm just going to tap the little share button on the top. And then I'm going to go to AirDrop. I send it to my Mac. Boink. Okay, so now it shows up in my download stack. Let's throw that right into Photoshop. All right, so there it is. It's an iPhone photo. It's not bad. Like, I love the colors and stuff. Plus, it's going on a website, so it'll be all right. But let's kind of touch it up a little bit. Let's do a couple things. Let's open it up. Go to Filter. Go to Camera Raw. All right, what do we want to do with this? Some contrast. Let's check the highlights. Make sure our clouds aren't getting blown out. Bring up the shadows. So trick, if you have shadows, if I crunch these all the way down to the left, you'll see the front of this really gets dark. And part of that is because the background, I mean, this is an HDR photo from an iPhone 12, so it still looks pretty great compared to what it was. But if I bring the shadows up a little bit and kind of, man, words are hard. I was gonna say overexposed, but this isn't exposure. This is just bringing up the shadows on the front. Then what I can do later, if I come down here under effects, vignetting, and kind of crunch the corners. Just, I mean, here's an extreme version of this. Because I might have text over the top, that actually might be cool to go that extreme with it. I'm just gonna do just a tiny bit. What that's gonna do is it's gonna kind of give the illusion that there's a little more light on the grill than there was, because there was none, it was just backfill. All right, let's come back up here to basic, add some texture, and anything metal, especially this grill, is gonna do really well if you crank up the clarity. And this is an extreme over the top sample if I just crunch this all the way to the right. But you can see what it does. If I soften it up to the left, it just softens those edges. So because it's a metallic object, if I just drag this to the right just a tiny bit, you'll see what the clouds do. And if I wanted to, if I had planned ahead, but I didn't, but if I did, I could just, let's see if my shortcuts, no, okay. Oh, another shortcut. If I hold on the shift key, I can just click on this and let it just do its auto, whatever it thinks, whatever Photoshop thinks the best setting is going to be, just click on these and it'll do that. Holding down shift. Cool little tip. Anyway, let me just finish this. What I could have done is duplicated the layer and then made a mask and kind of painted back parts of this that I wanted to leave. I don't know if it makes any sense to you if you're new in Photoshop, but all right, that's not bad. The rest of this, I mean, I could kind of go nuts, but that looks pretty good. So vibrance, saturation. This is a little bit over the top. We'll click OK. And so see, that affected or applied directly to the layer that I'm working with. If I was working smart about it, I would have cloned this layer first. Because I haven't changed the sizing of this, I could literally drag this image right in on top of itself. And in theory, boom, there we go. We've got a new layer. So here it is, the original. That's the photo that came in. And after kind of touching it up a little bit in Camera Raw, it looks a lot more vibrant and cool. But if it was too much, what I could do, I'm going to duplicate this layer and bring it to the front. So now I've got this oversaturated layer on top. Then I could add a mask to it. fill this mask with black. Get a brush, nice soft brush, make this bigger. Flip it so my fill is going to be white. So the white fill is on front. So now what I can do as I paint over this, I'll turn my flow down. It's going to paint in those details wherever I want them, whether it's the smoke or the clouds or whatever. Okay, so I could selectively kind of control this photo. Or I'm just going to drag this mask to the trash and let it just be on. So there's on, there's off. The other thing I could do is just slide down the opacity. If it's too much of an effect, grab this opacity slider and just kind of drag it down. So that way it's still getting a little bit of those benefits of the saturation, but it's not like way over the top. So lots of ways to work, lots of ways to do things. I think what I need to do, this is a very 4x3 photo. I just said photo. I think I need to crop it a little bit. I'm trying to decide if I just want to let the website do it or if I actually want to crop it down, you know, like this. But I love these clouds. So I want to leave the clouds. And I love the grill. I don't want to crop out the grill. So I think I'm just going to leave the whole thing, especially because we're going to build this for responsive, you know, for mobile and desktop. So we'll let the website kind of crop where it needs to. And then this Hellraiser logo is going to stay in the middle. All right. That being said, I am still going to crop it though. Right now we're at almost 4,000 pixels wide, which is going to be huge. I only need it to be about 2,000 pixels. So we'll crop it. And that looks pretty good. Command Shift Option W for my export. JPEG, next song. JPEG, good quality is still 220 kilobytes. That's going to be perfect. Make sure you have Convert to sRGB selected down here. My head in the way. You can see it. What that does is it makes it so that way the color profile has the best chance of matching across multiple devices. So sRGB is a limited color profile. So if you're on a Mac versus if you're on a PC or if you're on an Android device or an iOS device, for example, the color red might look very, very different between the two of them. So by converting it to an sRGB profile, you have the best chance that that limited color spectrum will be the same across every device. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, just click the button, click export. Let's rename this to Hellraiser Grill on the Deck at the Lake. How's that for SEO titles and stuff? All right, click save. Jump over into our website, which I lost. Where did I put that thing? There it is. All right, come back into Finder. Go find that image we just saved. Drag and drop, throw it into the media, upload section. Set the image. All right, so that's gonna be the background image, the background color, background image mobile hidden. I could hide it on mobile. I'll leave it for now. I'll test that later. Background position. I don't want it to be, so left top would mean the left top is where it scales from. So if I'm in Photoshop, let me see what the best way to show this. The left top is, it's going to suck the image up to the left top. But then if the window gets smaller, how do I want to show this? Window, arrange, float in window. There we go. Now it's on its own window. Okay, so as I scale this down, what would happen is you see that the image is still anchored to the top left. So if the image gets small, that much of the image still gets shown, but we lose all of the grill, right? So I want this image to scale from the center so that this is always visible. So jump over here into, nope, wrong browser. All right, so let's go and scroll down. We want the background to position to be center, center. Click save. Preview. Oh, I clicked preview too soon. Try it again. Did I do the wrong one? What did I do? Oh, duh. Okay, so sorry, I forgot what we're doing. We're building a row from scratch. but there's nothing in the middle of the row, so this background is not going to show up. So we need to add something here to it. Let's go ahead and split this layout into 2 columns, a left and a right. Let's try adding an image here and just see what happens. So I'm going to search for image, throw an image in here, and for the sake of working fast, I'm just going to slam this image in there. Set image, fade in, line center, save it. All right, and let's add some text over here. Let's add a heading, custom heading. Oh man, I don't even know what to say, so I'm just going to leave it for now. Text color, let's make it white. Default font family. Let's fade this in from the left. So fade in left, so it's going to animate in like this text showed us here. We'll save that. Nope, I don't want to do it that way. I want to fade in from the top. Let's see, fade in down. There we go. Let's add some text. Box, nope, text, what do they call it? Text block. All right, I'm a text block. Sounds good. Save changes. Let's just throw it in there and just see what this looks like. Okay, we got some things to fix. So this back and forth, you can see how much time this takes when you're just like trying to build it from totally scratch, which is why I love getting to just push a button and then everything comes in pretty darn close, and then I can change colors and text and images and I'm on my way. But let's go ahead and keep pushing this further. So this side, interesting. Okay. How many here watching today are familiar with web design? Are you guys all graphic designers? Any of you web developers? Like true, like I call myself a web developer, but to be honest, I haven't had to develop a website in a long time. I haven't gotten into Dreamweaver or Coda or actually like written the code in forever. Usually I'm like what would you call it? A theme jockey, where you pick a good theme and you slap all the stuff in there, but I know how to code, so I can arm wrestle it and get it how I want. Anyway, all right, so this row has no padding. Let's go back in here to this row. We're gonna edit the main row first. Let's scroll down. This music is stressing me out. There we go. Column margin. I could add margin that way. Or I could add padding. If I add, let's say 40 pixels, top, bottom, left and right, we could do, we're going to leave that so I can show you something real quick. So I'm going to save changes, click preview, and it should now have 40 pixels of padding. And the margin below the other one now is like 40 pixels as well. So this should be, if I hit Command-Shift-4, click and drag a screenshot image, but don't actually take the picture. I don't know if you can see those numbers because they're probably tiny. But that's 40 pixels tall. Okay, so I just added padding around the top and the bottom. I thought I left the sides alone, but now there's padding on the, or margin on the left side too. So let's take a look at that. This is the back and forth of web design that makes it take forever. Column margin. Okay, so this is adding margin on the sides. So let's go ahead and take that off. Put default. How are we looking if I do that? All right, so now it's, oh, the column. Okay, so the inside these columns right here, if I do it through this way, it's a default for all of them. But if I want the left side image to go to the edge like it is and leave it there, but I want the text to have some space, we gotta change this column. Let's click on that pencil tool. Let's go to column padding. Let's just add like, I don't know, 5%. Save it, preview it. What's up? Picket 10 editor? Sorry, I butchered that, but I don't. Anyway, hi, thanks for jumping in over on Behance. I see you. What's up? Thanks for tuning in. All right. So scrolling down, That's better. Okay, so now we got to get our text to be white, and this image is too bright. I can't even read the text. So let's fix that. Let's come back to our background for the column, or for the row rather. Let's do color overlay, select color. We'll just do black. Overlay strength, let's do medium. Save changes. Now we need this column to have light or white text. So I'm gonna click on it, scroll down. Font color, I could change it here. I thought there was another option. I know there's another option somewhere else. Let me look in the main row. Text color, dark. Let's change that to light. Save it, preview, and now everything within there should be light, and it is, and the image is dark. Okay, we're getting the right direction here. That looks nice. It's responsive. It scales. I'm not a huge fan of the image on top of the image, so we got to figure that out. We could add a button in here. Let's do that. So I'm going to click right here, a little plus. Let's add a button. Let's say visit. I'm trying to set up a, let's just do this. Let's grab that. Come back to our button. The link, let's paste it in there. Let's open it in a new tab. Visit. Hellraiser. Option the number 2 for that little TM sign. Visit Hellraiser website. Let's make this medium-sized button. Got a lot of options here. All right. See-through solid on hover. Sure. Button color override. So let's sample. Let's borrow from their orange color here. So I'm going to use. There's a few ways we could do it. The fastest, because I already have Photoshop open. Command-Shift-4. Take a picture of this. Hold down Control to save it to my clipboard. Jump into Photoshop. Paste it in here real quick. Get the eyedropper tool. Click on the orange. Double click on the color, and boom, there's the hex code. I know it went really, really fast on that, but the replay will be up. So you guys watch the replay. Basically take a screenshot, bring it into Photoshop, and use the Photoshop eyedropper tool. Okay, that's one way to get color. Paste it in there. I've got the orange. Text color, I don't know. Let's see. Fade in, down. Ooh, let's add an icon too. The other way, before I get too far ahead of myself, the other way is I use an app called SIP, S-I-P. I love it. And it adds a little option here in your toolbar. You click on that and you can sample colors literally from anywhere on your screen, right? So I can just grab the color that way as well. And then it copies it to your clipboard, saves it in your hex colors, and you're good to go. All right, let's save that. Let's preview. Let's see what it looks like. All right. Kind of cool, but hard to see. All right, so how do we want to fix that? So maybe the hover goes to orange, but it starts white. That's better. Boom. Cool. All right, now we got an interactive button that if I click on it, actually redirects and works. That's fantastic. Let's borrow their logo, which I already happen to have, but if you didn't, a few ways you could work. Well, this one is simple. I just right click and save the image and have it. Okay, that's one way to one way to get it. Or click and drag. Sometimes this works. Let me hide everything else. Actually, I don't want to push that because I don't want to hide all my streaming windows. But I can click and drag the image just right into my desktop. And now it's on my desktop. And you can't see it because it's behind my head. So let's hide that. So I just drag and drop right to my desktop down here on the very bottom right. There's the logo. And then I could bring it into WordPress that way. Or since I'm working with them and actually have their logo, I could just open it up huge. Let's see. I'm thinking, what would be the other way if I didn't have either one of those options? Take a screenshot. So find the biggest version you can find, or search for it on Google. That's another way to work. Yeah, there's a few other ways, but let's just do it right because I actually have the logo. So let me pull it open real quick. All right, so there's that version. All right, let's go ahead and grab this. And I could, okay, so we're in Illustrator right now. And what I'm gonna do is just highlight all this stuff. And then I'm in the, let me just reset my view, make sure you and I can see the same thing. So I'm in Illustrator, I'm gonna come up here to, oh geez, Window, Workspace. I'm on Essentials Classic, but I'm going to reset Essentials Classic just in case you and I aren't looking at the same thing. All right. And then right here, we've got this little tiny window that says Asset Export. I'm going to click on that. So in this window, right behind my big fat head, let's hide that camera again. We can just drag and drop anything we need. So we've got this Hellraiser grill logo thing. I'm just gonna slam it in here and let go. I can rename it Hellraiser logo. And down here, the scale is currently set to 4 times whatever the size is, which is gonna be giant. I'm just gonna set this at 1x for right now. We'll set it as a PNG. And that should do it. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to click on this. So it's got a little blue stroke around it. And now that it's selected, because you could have multiple assets in here. Like I could drag another version of this in here, and I've got 2 different things. So you could shift click and have multiple things export at the same time, or just click on the one that you want, set your scale. I'm going to come down here and click on export. All right, let's tell it where to go. Website, images, Hellraiser. Boom, choose. Okay, so it exports it, sends it where I want it to be. Images, Hellraiser. There is the logo. Let's add an underscore to this title. Spacebar. Oh, that's actually not as big as I thought it was. So this is only... Sorry, inappropriate jokes just popped up in my head. Okay. It doesn't show me what the size is. Strange. Let's throw this into Photoshop and see. Command A, window, info. The width is 425 pixels. That's probably fine. That's enough pixels for what I think I'm going to do with this, but we'll find out. Let's move this over to the side. Let's come back to our page we're building. Just for kicks, let's add an image up here. Drag and drop that right in here. fade in. Let's do fade in down. I want fade in from top. Okay, well, whatever. Excuse me. Align left. Yes. Save. I think I'm going to delete this text. Save. Preview. See how that looks. Okay, we've got some work to do. We've got a lot of work to do on sizing and stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay. But hey, there's a logo in place. Transparent because it's a PNG. All right. All right. So, what should we do now? Let's add some more stuff. Oh yeah, also you can click on this front end editor button, which is super handy. Then you can actually see the website as you're working, which is cool. Then you can just like click right into stuff without having to try and preview and go back and forth and stuff. Boom. Okay. I don't love how it looks. I gotta maybe come back to this with a fresh brain, but that's all right. Hopefully you guys are learning something. Oh, nope. I just published the whole page. It's all right. It's not linked anywhere, but that's funny to me. Okay. Excuse me. I could unpublish it. Go to the back end editor. Not a big deal. Status published. I could edit it right here. Click on that. Change it down to draft and click OK. And that way the world can't see it yet if you're not ready for it. All right. Salient templates. Let's see what else we have in here. That'd be kind of cool. Layered parallax blocks. Those look cool. Just going to throw them in there and we'll come back to it later. What else could we add? I don't know. That could be cool. Video overflow left. Why does it look like that? Interesting. Oh, I hear a comment. I hear a comment somewhere. Where are you at? I gotta find the window. What's up, Robert H. from YouTube? So interesting. I literally just bought Elementor last week, I think, 2 weeks ago. And I'm building a site with it right now, and I'm enjoying parts of it, and other parts of it, I'm like, why did they do it this way? And it's just my brain. I'm sure there's a great reason, and it's awesome. The reason why I jumped over to Elementor from Salient is because I want to start using Lottie files. So a Lottie file, if you haven't seen it yet, check these out. They're stinking awesome. And if you're a designer or a motion graphics designer, maybe start designing stuff for this. So basically you can design motion graphics. Ryan Selvey, I'm talking to you. Ryan is one of the subscribers to my channel. Hey, by the way, guys, I have a new subscription thing out. I haven't even plugged it tonight. That's all right. But if you're on Behance, you can go to my subscribers area and get some benefits, some cool behind the scenes stuff. So check it out. It's $10 a month. And you get some really cool perks. So would love to see you there, but no pressure at all. Anyway, Ryan, subscriber, thank you, is a motion designer, and he's awesome. And all that to say, a Lottie file is a lightweight, scalable animation for your website. So let's discover. By the way, how's the music? It's always louder in my head than it is on the replay, so I hope I've got a good balance for you. Excuse me. So if you scroll through, you can see there's lots of great animations, and you can put these in your website. And with Elementor, you can control these animations playback based on the scroll. So a good example of that they show you is a guy riding a bike, and as you scroll the page, he rides across the page. And then if you scroll back up, he goes backwards. It's pretty cool stuff. And you can sync that up with the page builder in Elementor, which is much like the one that I'm using, just a few different options, different settings, whatever. So I'm looking into that because I have some ideas that I want to implement on the next site that I build. And I just haven't had enough time to fully implement that yet. I thought about building this site on Elementor. I don't know, maybe I'll build this and then rebuild it again, because why not? Anyway, yeah, man. Hey, Robert, thanks for the comment. Clean image and write text. Let's add some clean image and left text. So I bought a Boss RC505 loop station. It's over back there. It's basically like a looper. You guys have probably seen it on TikTok, and it's trending a lot right now. Guys beatbox into it and they loop it and do stuff over the top. I play guitar and drums and stuff. Have a lot of fun doing it. And I haven't had a chance to play with the thing yet. So I'm really excited when I get a minute to play with some music some more. That'd be cool. All right. At this point, I'm just adding random crap to this site, if I'm being totally honest. Mostly to eventually show you how this works. You guys pretty much have seen how it works. But sometimes if I'm feeling stuck in a design and I'm just like, I don't know what to do for this thing, and it's kind of whatever, for my own personal website, if you go to derekmitchell.com. Nope, not that. Derek, nope. Oh, it's because we're wrong. There we go. There we go. This website is also built on Salient. So you can see, you can do like some angled page dividers, video backgrounds, like interactivity, like lots of really cool stuff. I love that the images go full to the edges without any margin. You can click on it and have videos play in line. Oh, dial it down, Derek. Subtle animations, lots of really, really cool stuff. This is the Salient theme, and I really love it. And so when I built this, like all of these are blog posts, and they're being fed into this blog post widget on the homepage. And all of this is super dynamic, where I just update the post and it just feeds in automatically. So I'm really, really happy with the Salient theme. And what I do is I just drop in these chunks and then throw some pretty designs in it and call it good. So anyway, whoa. So the stream, oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys can see this. It'll be like Inception. Something crazy is going on with the stream. Can you see this? Whoa. Did it just go nuts for you guys? Is it like this for you too, or is it just me? Let me reload this stream monitor page. I think we're okay. That was crazy. Okay. Excuse me. I just totally, my brain melted. Okay, so we've got a bunch of stuff added in here. No big deal. Wow, I'm really distracted by it's glitching like crazy. Can you guys let me know if you're watching? Is the stream okay? Let me know on Behance. Behance is the one that looks like it's just totally lost its mind. All right, I'm gonna hit preview. So we got the stuff that we're throwing in up here. We've got the simple stuff, and this is all built-in responsive. So as we crunch it down, it shifts and adjusts. Stream is fine on YouTube. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate that. So I'll keep going. So we got the stuff that I kind of threw in here. Let's keep scrolling. That's super cool. I like the subtle animation there. We got that. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Okay. So I've got the modules, the chunks of stuff in. So what I would do now is I just kind of scroll through, see what motivates me, see if I'm feeling it, see if I like any of this design that's happening right now. And for some reason, there we go. Siri was trying to answer me. Oh, that's cool. I forgot about this chunk I put in here. It's clean. So check it out. I know it's been like an hour, but I've been talking a lot. Usually I would bust out a page like this in about 3 to 5 minutes. I just go through and click stuff that I think is cool looking, maybe rework it a little bit, add some images to it. New song. Oh my goodness. I need a new playlist. That's better. All right. I'm feeling kind of stuck mentally, so I'm going to save this draft and I'm just going to move on to get something else going. So let's add, I don't know how I want to do this yet. It's just to add the pages. So I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to come back to pages, add new. Add defense. Let's go to the backend editor. Let's go to the templates. Let's go find a hero section. Need some more water. Yeah, I think so too, Robert. It says loves the image from the original page with the burnt coals. Very strong. Definitely is. Yeah, let's throw it in there real quick. Why not? Why not? Let's go to, was it, okay, you say the original page. This is their home site. Is this the one you're talking about in here? I was thinking about, probably this one is what I'm guessing you're talking about. I don't think I have this image, but this is HTML text on top of it. So let's see how quickly I can view page source. Why does this look like this? Oh, got it. Inspect, not view page source. Yeah, this guy. Okay, so we are going to click on this little square with the arrow in it so I can hover over, click over here and find this image. There's better ways to work. It's been a minute since I've done it this way. I know we can find the resources somewhere in here. If I'm being honest, I'm a little bit brain dead. I went to bed at 1 o'clock this morning because my 1.5-year-old was wide awake. And then I got up at 6, so I'm running off of 5 hours of sleep, which isn't more than I get sometimes. It caught up to me tonight. Okay. That looks like the image. Where's the source? I just had it and then it jumped. There we go. That's not going to work this way. Guys, I don't remember how to, oh, there we go. There it is. There's the link I was looking for. So if I click on this, right click. There we go. There's the image. Right click, save image as. Let's throw it in. Oops. In our folder here for the website. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My wife just brought me some drinks. She brought me a cold brew coffee, which is a terrible idea. I will never sleep. And an Izzy. We'll go with the Izzy. That looks good. Thanks, babe. You gonna come jump on the stream? She says maybe. Oh, ow. All right. That's good. This stream is sponsored by Izzy Sparkling Blackberry. Just kidding. They don't sponsor me. So yeah, at the bottom, thinning it out, using it as a divider. That's a great idea, Robert. Okay, let me go back to images, Hellraiser. We'll throw it in there, click save, jump back over. That's the new page we were working on. This is the coming soon. Let's clean up some things here so we don't get confused more than I already am. there's that, there's that. Okay, cool. We'll close the Lottie images. I wish you guys could see how bad my stream is freaking out on this preview window. If I go like this, I think you'll be able to see it. Can you see it just like jumping around like crazy? So bad. Okay. I don't know why it's doing that, but it is. All right, so we've got this image, super cool. Oh, you know what we could do? You guys want to make a parallax thing with this? Let's do it. Why not? All right. So I'm going to, this will be fun. This is going to be a lot of work, but we'll just go fast. All right. So hang on as I cruise through this. Let's clean up our windows so we can see what's going on here. Reset essentials. That should dock our windows back together. Window, arrange, consolidate all to tabs. Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to break this up into like 3 or 4 layers. Okay. And then we're going to stack them on top of each other and turn them into like a parallax thing. It'll be fun. So I'm just going to get let's see. I could do the lasso tool. I'm going to use the magic quick selection tool here. You can see how it works in this sample. So I'm going to get this. Let's make this brush a little bit bigger. I have no idea. Let's just see what happens, what it grabs. Okay, there's a chunk. I like it. Command J to jump cut that into a new layer. So if I add a new layer in between, let's just fill it with some random color so you can see the difference. So now I've got this layer sitting right on top. Okay. Now I'm going to add to that. Grab this thing. Command click on this top layer to reload that selection, and then let's add more to it. Do I want to do it that way? Sure, why not? Let's keep going. Let's just keep going and see. We might have to make some adjustments. Let's do that as a chunk of stuff. And let's do these guys as a chunk of stuff. Let's do these guys as a chunk of stuff. This is going to be cool. I can tell. I'm going to be really excited about this. All right. I might need to change my approach on how I'm doing this. Okay, so we've got a few layers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got that. I've got that. I've got that. So let's just turn them all on. All right, and then we'll have the background static. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna have to lose a layer. I want those in there though. Okay. This will make sense in a minute, guys. So we're just going to export all these as different things. But I only have room for 5 on this theme. All right. This fly is still hanging out. Get him. Okay. Blur this. Filter. Blur. 1, 2, 3. That literally did nothing because it's on the wrong layer. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is counting so hard? We need the blurry layer. I apologize, guys. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll delete that one. Call it good. Boom. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna call this. We're just gonna go top down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we need to export all these separately. So what we're going to do is turn everything off but this. And when we export this, we want all of these extra spaces to come together. So think of it like, if you guys remember what a transparency is, it's like a clear plastic piece that teachers used to use in school. And they put them on an overhead projector, right? It's like that. So we're stacking all these layers together, but we want these layers to be the exact same size. So that way the theme mashes it all together. I hope it makes sense. So let's export this as a PNG. Now, if I right click and do a quick export, what's going to happen is, I think, let's, put them all in a folder. So there's one. If I save this, I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it just exports the pixel data. So it crops it in, so it's not going to know where to place it on top of the next thing. So let's delete that. Let's try it again. This time we're going to right click, export as, and it still wants to crop it in. Okay. See how it does that? So we don't do it that way either. Let's go to File, Export, Export as. I think it's going to do the same thing. No, there we go. Now you can see this version this way has all of the transparent pixels coming with it. Now this is a huge image. This is 407 kilobytes. We're going to fix that later, but there's no way to compress this further as a PNG. So I'm just going to click Export. We're going to throw it in here and we're going to call it 1. Just double check. Boom, there it is. Now you can see the whole image is there, but just this has the pixel data. All right, we only have to do these other couple layers. There's faster ways to work in Photoshop and exporting it, but for now my brain is not working. So what I would do is automate, no, scripts, or is it export? They moved it to export, layers to files. So I could have it automatically churn out each one of these. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's just delete this, get our file right. Turn them all on. File, export, layers to files. Let's tell it where to save it. And let's give it a prefix. Sure, that's fine. PNG, include profile. Yep. Transparency, trim layers. No, we do not want to trim the layers. We want them to be the full size. Click run. Now it's going to do all of them automatically. All right. All done. Click OK. Let's go back and check out. Look at it. So this was the first one that I did by myself. Here's the next one that Photoshop did, and it gave it a prefix in the name. And then it did the rest of them automatically for me as well. Okay. So the problem is all of these files are huge. So here's what we're going to do to fix that. We're going to grab all of these. Actually, we're going to make our new folder and we're going to call it compressed. And we're going to jump over to a plugin called Tiny PNG. So let's go ahead and go over there and check it out. tinypng.com. Let's go find our images and throw them all over there. Boom. Look at that. 80% compress. Look at how much space. We went from 432 kilobytes to only 85 kilobytes. We went from 500 to 138. So definitely worth it. Let's download all of these. It's going to save them as a zip folder in here. Compressed. All right. New music. tinified. All right. So there's our images, significantly smaller, which is good because we want them to load fast on the website. Still going to be a lot of load on this website. I have a million windows open and I'm losing everything, you guys. I'm losing my mind. Here we go. Nope, that was the other page we were doing. Did I even start building it yet? I don't think I even started it yet. Okay, so we're back here. Let's edit this page. So to get this to work, what we're going to do, we're going to scroll down here and add a row. I'm just going to drag it all the way to the top. Oh, you know what I could do? No, we're just going to do this for now. Up to the top. I'm going to add a divider in here for now, just so we'll be able to see this when we're done. Let's give it like a 450 pixel height. So now it's going to force this little row I just put in here to be 450 pixels tall. So if I preview this now, there's nothing in there but a big 450 pixel gap right here of black nothingness. All right. So let's come back here. Let's click on the pencil tool for the whole row. Let's go to background. Background color. Let's make the default black before the images load. And I'm going to turn on mouse-based parallax scene. And I know there's a way to do this on Elementor. I just don't know it by heart to be able to just tell you what it is. That's all right, though. We'll center the scene. Overall strength, we're going to leave it default. Layer 1. I can't remember if I did this backwards or not, but let's just see what happens. We're going to upload files. Let's go select our files. Let's go find those. Is parallax header, exports, tinified. What happened there? That's interesting. What? Oh, I see what I did there. I'm confusing myself. Okay. All right, there's all the images. Let's just throw them in there one time. Hey, if you're still watching on Behance, can you let me know if the stream looks okay? Or is it just totally glitching out? Or is it just my computer? So the topmost layer, we want to be this guy. We'll click Set Image. And then it's going to finish uploading the rest. There it is, layer 1, layer 2. Let's add an image. That's layer 2. We're going to set that image. Layer 3. Layer 4. And layer 5. Which is still loading. Still loading. Why is it taking so long to upload? It's not that big. Oh, okay. So something I should do better. This entire huge image. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this background image doesn't need to have transparency because the whole thing is filled in, right? So right now, this background image is 650 kilobytes, which is, I mean, for web, we want it to be smaller. Okay, so what we're going to do is jump back into Photoshop, go to this background layer. Technically, it's all turned on, but it's all the same anyway. We're going to export this, but this time we're going to export it as a JPEG. So right now you see it's a PNG. You can see even here it's 1.6 megs, which is huge for web stuff. Let's change it to a JPEG. It's going to go, oh, look at only 111 kilobytes. It's tiny now. And I didn't even compress this further down because it's going to be the background layer. And now it's only 81 kilobytes. So we went from 600, almost 700 down to 81. So is that a seventh of the size? I think so. Math is hard. That's why I'm an artist. All right, let's throw this in here into layer 5, save it, jump back into our website somewhere. Let's delete layer 5, Let's re-add a different layer 5. Instead of this PNG garbage, let's just delete that. Yeah, delete it. I don't even want it in there. Let's go find our files. Find that new JPEG. Oh no. They got saved out here, I think. There it is. Set image. Save changes. Moment of truth. Did I do it right? About to find out. Okay. But why? Okay, so we got to change the background to be, the row needs to have a full width, not just in the container, but full width. Save it. Let's change the height on this to be 550. Preview it. And what is happening? Why is it doing it this way? I'm missing something simple, guys. I'm sure I am. Sorry. Let's. Oh, you know what it is? They're all backwards. So the giant background image is showing up first, I think is what's happening. Let me see. Go to background. Let's just delete this 5th layer. Save changes, because I think that full JPEG was on top of everything below it and you couldn't see it. Let's preview it. Yeah, that's what's going on. Okay, so I did them exactly backwards. Nice. But we can fix that. Let's go to our background. We get to delete them all and start over. Not completely over. So layer 5 is actually layer 1, which is this guy. Layer 4. Layer 3. I hope I'm doing this right. If not, I quit right now. And layer 1 is going to be this big old image. I hope I did this right. Save changes. Preview. There we go. That's cool. It's parallaxing to the mouse. All right, so now what we need to do is fix the sizing. Let's change this and let's make this whole entire row just be full height. Save. Preview. Boom. I got a parallaxing charcoal layer thing. That's cool. Maybe we should add the logo over the top of it. So let's go over into Illustrator. Let's see our logo and let's jump over. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate it. Let's grab the logo. Let's just make it white by hitting my eyedropper tool, clicking on the canvas, dragging it up. Now it's white. I'm gonna scale this thing way the heck up. Actually, I don't even need to scale it up. I can just do it on export. And because it's all linked up, it automatically updated my asset export over here. They're both white. So we'll just come back in here. I'm going to change the scale on this to like 4x. So it's 4 times as big as I think it probably is. Let's export it. Let's call this. Let's make sure I'm in the right spot first. Website. Images. Oh, where is it? Okay. I'll throw it in here. Oh, it didn't let me rename it. Oh, well. I'm working really sloppy tonight, you guys. Part of it is I'm super tired. Part of it is I'm just trying to get some cool stuff done fast so you guys can see some cool things. All right, that looks better. All right, so we're going to take this. I'm just going to drag this window off to the side for a second. Eyes are bugging me too. Might be time to shut it down here. Yeah, when I work, that's the hard thing about streaming. When I work for myself, I typically would have taken like 3 breaks by now because it's been about an hour and a half. But when I just like stare at the screen for like 2 hours long, it's a long time. All right, let's go ahead and turn off this divider. I don't need it because the width, this whole row is set to be full height. I'm going to add an image in the middle here. Single image. Let's go find that logo we just exported. Throw it in here. Set image. fade in, animation delay. Let's set this to like 350 milliseconds. Maybe 500. That's half a second. Hover animation. Ooh, I can zoom in. Yeah, let's do that. Let's center it. Nope. Center. Save it. Preview. Now I hope this works how I think it could. And it does. And it does. Okay, but it's too big. Let's fix that. Let's come back in here. This row, let's see, is it going to be... Yeah. We need to add some padding, like 10%. Sure, let's see what that does for me. That's cool. Okay, but it goes past. All right, so I'm gonna have to like dial in some settings here, and I'm quickly losing brain power. That's gonna zoom in. Oh, it's gonna want to zoom past no matter what I do. I know there's a better way to do it. This is the column padding. If I put that, oh, I just missed my desk. If I put that back to none, go back up to the row. Oh yeah, I'll make the row, it'll be full width background, but the content will not be full width. This will do it. I'm pretty sure this will do it. And it zooms in, it still crops out. Bummer. Okay, but that's kind of cool. Something different. I like it. I just don't know how to fix. Okay, let's make it parallax on zoom. Let's go to the row. Go to animation. Background image animation. No. Parallax image scroll. Yes. This actually might break the whole effect, because I think I tried this earlier today on a different project and it broke. And it does. Well, boo. All right. Turn that back off. Save. Let's go to my image. Let's turn off the zoom crop thing. Done. Oh my goodness. Might be my bedtime here pretty soon, guys. All right, I'm about to wrap this up. So if you guys have any questions, now's a great time to ask in the chat if you're still around. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys, and hanging with me while we kind of played around with some stuff. I didn't really finish anything, but this is a good start for me to come back to it tomorrow with fresh eyes and delete stuff and, I don't know, make it look cool. So this is also way overkill. There's not that much information to bring into here, so, but that's cool. I like it. It's different. Good stuff. All right, guys, I think I'm going to shut it down and call it a night. So thanks for tuning in. If you guys want to be notified when I go live, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Behance, tap the bell for notifications, all that kind of stuff on Behance and YouTube. And also you can join my email newsletter if you want. Don't have to, but if you want to, just go to my website. I've got some freebies I'll send you. I don't send too many emails. At least I don't think I send too many emails. I only send a few every now and then. Scroll all the way to the bottom because I hate pop-ups, and you can jump in right there at the bottom of the website, or check out my tutorials, some freebies, some cool Photoshop and graphic design and Illustrator tutorials. And right here on the sidebar, throw in your name and your email, subscribe. I'll send you some freebies, some cool stuff. While you're there, maybe even check out the vault, the graphic design vault. That is literally every course I've made, with a couple exceptions to some. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, check it out. All kinds of cool graphic design courses that'll help you guys if you're into that. Want to check it out. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching tonight. You guys are awesome. Robert, really appreciate you jumping in the comments. Fun hanging out tonight. Vikram, thanks for the compliments. Says I'm a rock star. Appreciate you. Bernie, thank you. I know I'm missing a few people tonight. Anyway, everybody, Nick, thanks so much, everybody. Have an awesome night, and I will see you maybe tomorrow. All right, guys, have a good one. All right, guys, thanks for watching today. Hope you learned a lot of valuable information, and I appreciate you sticking around to the very end. But before you go, just a couple things I want to remind you. The first is, if you haven't already, feel free to like this video if you can, depending on where you're watching from. Give it a thumbs up, or hey, Robert, subscribe, yes, or tap the bell, or give it a follow in the description. And also, maybe even just copy the link up in the browser and share it with a friend, or post it to your Facebook page. I'd really appreciate that. But again, just want to say thanks for sticking around, and I'd love to continue going live as much as possible and helping you guys out. So the best way that I can help you is by you commenting on the videos below. I read those comments. I engage with them as soon as I can, if I can, when I see them. So if it's live, I'll try and answer you right away. If this is a replay, you can still comment on the video, and I go back and I read those. So I just wanted to say thanks again for watching, and let me know what you're working on. I'd love to help you out, and hopefully we will see you in the next live. And to be sure you don't miss it, like this video and subscribe and follow and do the things. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.